We have another endeavor. Is it endeavor? I don't know. We meet our little girls once more. And I have 2 things to do today. Maybe some more. But 2 that I definitely want to do. First of all, she arrived together with a second head plate. That obviously I am not going to put on her because I had to glue the head in place and everything. So this one is a spare. But I bought a Barbie Extra Mini doll, and I do like that they are quite small, but I don't really like their face shapes. And her face shape is not that different, but at least slightly. And I want to try to use the spare head plate on a Barbie Extra Mini body. And yeah, then repaint it and everything, you know. And try to make the back of the head out of epoxy clay. Just to see maybe that will work. In case you want to see that, tell me. I will do another video about it because, yeah, I didn't do any of that. Then, obviously, as I already said, I bought a second one to customize. After I bought her, I saw that Kikagoods now has bodies and faceplates and hair things and everything to swap or to customize. And we will see how much I love the girl that is inside here. If I can survive customizing her. Our other girl, this one, has a swap of or a switch of clothes and a switch of hair. And the one that is in here will get customized. If I love her too much, I might have to order another one. This time the customizable things. We will see what will happen. So maybe you get 2 customizations, or you get 1 customization and 1 unboxing. I don't know what will happen yet. And then let's open another girl. That sounded so wrong. Another mystery doll. Of course, it's a double. Now I am in the even worse situation. Because I know that Rainbow Fine Arts liked this one. So I guess I now have to ask her first. If she wants her. But otherwise we would have not that many issues with customizing her. I now have to check in with Rainbow Fine Arts first before we get any further with what we are doing with her. With Rainbow Fine Arts clarifying that she doesn't want her, it's now time to take her apart. So let's remove the hair. This slots in here. Then this slots in there. Because I do want to give her real hair. Not real hair. You know what I mean. I do think I might have to cut away quite a lot of this stuff. And then, yeah, in the end sand it to fit. After cutting and sanding and doing all of that quite a lot, we just ended up with a piece that was, yeah, the main inner part. Everything else got cut away. But anyway, it did work, so I can't complain. I would like to try it with only epoxy sculpt for the next doll, and lucky for me, I still have the faceplate left. So, I think with that the main part of the destruction is done. And it looks like for this specific doll. I have to make that clear. It's only for this specific one. The connection points that are needed to attach the head to the or the face to the body is once this part where it connects to the neck thing, and obviously, oh, she isn't designed to, okay, and obviously these 3 points so the faceplate can connect to the back piece. In her case, we are now going to use some of the packaging plastic, and I want to use a bigger piece to keep these pieces separate. Okay, I might wrap it to the front and then just add a rubber band so it stays in place. And this way, oh wait. Wait. I might be able to sculpt something that goes on exactly like this. And the rubber band we can cut away at the end. I think I want to try that. So it really fits snug to the faceplate and I don't need to alter something on the faceplate. Because we will make a wig cap later. But this way, maybe it gets a little bit of the integrity back that it obviously lost through our little adventure here. Time to see if this worked halfway decently. And as you see, I already bought some nail polish remover. This time some acetone-free one, because I am quite sure that with these you shouldn't use pure acetone. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I prefer to be careful with these. I already destroy them nearly completely. So let's see if this is removable. Oh! Oh! It looks like this worked a lot better than I thought it would. First of all, I want to remove the eye plate because I want to work on the eyes. Do I want to try to remove the whole makeup first? Let's try that. So trying we did, and it did work quite nicely with the acetone-free nail polish remover, but the eye plate still got a little bit foggy, so I put down some varnish afterwards, some clear high gloss varnish. Because that obviously needed to dry, I then took care of her wig cap by just putting on some plastic, 2 layers of black tulle and just gluing everything in place. So this could turn into a wig cap. I think I did 2 or 3 layers of glue. Not sure anymore. When the layers of glue were dry, I then cut away the excess and, yeah, turned it into a wig cap. And you might have noticed I did rubber band her to a chair to make my life easier. It was easier, but it looked very wrong. Anyway, I prepared some wefts from hair I think I gathered from the Gen 3 Abby. I think it was her hair originally. But anyway, I made wefts out of it and then glued it to her head. Or her wig cap. In the end, I glued the wig cap to the head anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but hey. I was quite sure from the start that painting the eyes will get interesting. I had to paint them in reverse, and I tried to use a hole punch to mark out the spots where the eyes, or where the iris and the pupil has to go. That did work. The only issue was, because it was already dry, in the end, I tore away some of the paint job I did. Which was unfortunate, but otherwise it did work, or it did help me to get the eyes a little bit more round and, yeah, finished. Because obviously I had to start with the light reflections, so white. Then I did the pupil, so black. That I put away to dry. Then I did a lighter green color, dried that with a hairdryer and scratched most of it off. Then I did some darker layers and again scratched it off, layered, scratched it off, layered. In between I did try to correct the black when I accidentally scratched away some of the pupil, and the white when I scratched away some of the light reflections. As you might imagine from this, it was quite a lot of work. It does look okay in the end. I'm not 100% happy with it, but yeah, it is okay. When I then took away the tape and touched up the iris again, I then put on some white and some gloss and was done with the eye plates. While we are on the topic of repainting, let's get the faceplate out of the way. I mostly did some shading. I didn't do all that much to it. I gave her a little bit of eyeshadow and a little bit of an eyeliner, but I kept it rather simple, I would say. The only issue, or the biggest issue I had, was with her not having a mouth sculpt. So I tried to paint on lips and maybe the shadow for the lower lip I made was a little bit too intense, because in some pictures in the end it does look as if she has a little, is it a soul patch? I don't know how it's called. This little beard underneath the lip. But I still think she turned out quite cute, so I won't complain. When I put everything together without the repaint yet, or without the shading of the face yet, she looked quite strange. So I was quite happy that after the repaint I did like her quite a lot. I then took apart the original dress completely and took a pattern from it, used that to make a new dress, and I decided to go the Gothic Lolita route. The only issue I had was that the original dress was a bit wider, or a bit too wide. So when I used the same pattern for my version, it fits a little bit too loose for my taste. But at this point I wasn't willing to completely destroy the whole thing again to stitch it more into, or to make it into a more fitting garment. So it did sit a little bit loose. I can live with that. I think she turned out cute anyway, so I can deal with the results. I think we are already done with face up. I want to gloss her lips, but I am first... Yeah, I think I'm going to put her together first. So, her eyes. Still not sure if I'm happy with the eyes. I might take them out at one point and repaint them on the front. Because, yeah, as I said, I'm not sure and entirely sure if I like them how they are. Another thing we have to decide: lashes. Okay, eyes get out again. I thought I don't want to use lashes, but now I do, and right now I do like I even like the eyes. So maybe I will like her in the end, which would be very nice, because I already started doubting that. So... while this is drying, I can change the shoes. Everything else does look quite nice. I know the dress doesn't really fit her as well as I hoped. We live with how it looks. But we need to change something when it comes to the shoes. And I do want to cut away the bows on the back and glue them onto the front. And then obviously the whole shoe gets painted black. Because... So, Just a short explanation. My shelf house, whatever, has 4 rooms so far. We have 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, and a living room. I don't have any more space on the shelf, because underneath there are my tools, and yeah. I do want to buy a second shelf to have a little bit more room, because now I have 5 dolls, only 4 rooms. I need 1 room per doll. And I decided that for this girl, we will make a garden. Yes, I know it's not a room, but you know what I mean. An environment per doll. So I am going to buy a new shelf next month, I guess. And I do want to do a little bit more stuff, because I still have enough furniture to do at least a library and maybe another doll room, and I want to do an attic, so where I can basically keep everything I haven't used yet. Anyway, with that, I decided to make a garden space. I already had bought some stuff for it. I wanted to use it. I had to piece together some foam core board, because I didn't have this off-white stuff anymore, so I had to piece some things together, but though everything is covered anyway, it doesn't really matter. I wanted to cover one half with a tile pattern thing and the other half with some grass, and I wanted the whole thing to look a little bit more worn down, not completely new, not as if you are taking care of it 24/7. Just because I prefer spaces that are a little bit more overgrown, a little bit more natural looking, I guess you could say. So when I had the base stuff glued into place, I then took out some moss, took out some fake flowers, glued everything in place, so we had an environment that looked a little bit more overgrown, a little bit less cared for. For the tiles, I mixed some brown paint and some sand with glue, and just slapped it on there, tried to get it mostly into the grooves, into the spaces between the tiles, so it would look a bit more natural, a bit more rustic, a bit more not so completely pristine. Ta-ta-ta-ta. And here I again have to give a shout out to the person who inspired me making a garden scene, Rainbow Fine Arts. Are you already sick of her hearing about her all the time? I don't know. Anyway, she made for a garden scenery for her dolls, so I had to do that too. I then made a fence out of popsicle sticks and glued the garden fairy ghosty thingamajigs cuties I had in place. I gave the fence a wash, and with that, my little scenery was done, and I'm really looking forward to put it into the dollhouse. But now, let's take a look at the doll. I am quite happy with how she turned out. Let me know what you think about her in the comments down below. Did I completely ruin the doll? Did I improve her? Does she look okay? Does she look awful? Tell me what you think. I hope you have a wonderful time, and we will see us in another video. Until then, bye.